Are you looking for the steps to take to repair a car headlining yourself? If so, stay tuned because we'll show you the steps that we take to professionally recover a sagging headlining. So if yours looks anything like this one, or maybe it's only sagging from the front or rear, normally over about 10-15 years from factory, that's when they start to sag because the foam gets old, gets orange, starts to drop it maybe sometimes in your car, or the orange foam, and then the fabric just falls away from the board. So adding glue is not a method of professional repair. You have to replace the material completely. And we'll start by showing you the tools you need. So basically you need a drill usually, or you can have a hand screwdriver or a flathead. Multi-grips come in handy. Sometimes the hex tool bits you need, and an upholstery skewer as well to tidy up the headlining and bits and pieces like that. So we lay a blanket down first just to protect the center console so we don't scratch anything and where we're sitting. And then we'll get stuck into taking plastics off. And also a good tip is just to check the interior lights just to make sure they're all operating correctly, and then we can move into taking the plastics off. Usually start by taking the sun visors off, the sun visor clips and the grab handles. Most of the time they're just held in by like a Phillips head or a Torx head screw. Other cars may require more work, get more complex and require more attention here.
Son, isn't this great? Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
I like to use a thin flathead screwdriver or sometimes a plastic trim removal tools just to lever off the plastics. So you want to go around now, just take off the plastics on the headlining that needed to come off for the headlining to drop down. Interior lights are mostly held in by a couple of screws or some plugs. So once that's all done and all those plastics are removed, you want to drop down some of the seals. Majority of the time the seals just come out quite easily, and then you flex the headlining away from the pillars. Sometimes you can just take the pillars off, but majority of the time headlinings are only going in maybe an inch underneath the pillar, so you can just flex the headlining safely away from the pillars without damaging it. So once it's down, I usually go around, just remove the wires, unplug the wires, take off any sunglass holders because they can get quite brittle and break, so you want to handle them with care. And here we are removing the old material, so it's best not to use it. It's usually shrunk, and if you add a bit of glue to it now, the glue would just come through on the visible side and look like a stain. So yeah, we grabbed some tools for the preparation and cleaning now. So the scrubbing brush is the main item we'll be using here. Sometimes you do need a sander just to sand down any raised imperfections maybe in the board itself. So we grab that scrubbing brush and we just take off the old orange foam. Once that's all completely clean, we're now ready to add a bit of glue and our new material. So we cut our new material first. Alright, and a bit about the fabrics now to choose. So you've got flat knit fabrics, which is like a stitch pattern, and then you've also got velour fabrics, which is more of a softer feel. And those up close look like this. You got the flat knit and you got the velour. They're pretty much your two common choices to pick to match up to the original headlining that was originally in the car from factory. They all come with a foam back layer stuck to it, so you don't need to add your own foam. It just comes with the foam stuck to the fabric already. So here we are adding some glue, spraying up and down, side to side, overlapping about 50% each time, getting good coverage. We spray the board and also the back of the fabric, and then we bring the two together. A good high temperature spray adhesive is ideal, so 3M High Tack is a really good brand. Maybe about 1 or 2 cans will get the job done for a sedan. So here we are just bonding the fabric to the board, working it into the individual shape, not placing the fabric under a great deal of stress or tension, otherwise it may sag there again. And then you grab a razor blade and then we'll just cut out all the sections that need to be cut out. And now we're just about ready to reinstall it back in. So I'll take you through just removing any imperfections if there was any on the board. So normally just reinstalling it back in the car and just leaving it for a couple of days as the car warms up. If there's any creases in the lining itself, they'll just slowly remove themselves. Or you can use an upholstery skewer just to pull out any imperfections. I'll usually go around maybe with an upholstery cleaner and just clean up the headliner once it's installed. Maybe tidy up some pillars and some of the rubber seals just so it looks brand new and nice and neat. Carpet upholstery cleaner that I recommend to spray down the headlining with are these two. They pretty much don't leave any stain once you use those guys. So that's it. That's all reinstalled back in, and that's the whole steps we take to professionally repair a car headlining. Because I realise there's so much involved in roof linings, We haven't really covered it all here. So if you're interested in more steps and more information, where I will break it down from beginning to end, because there's a lot to get it all correct, and I don't think YouTube is the perfect way to share it all. The ebook we have on offer has it all explained in both text, pictures, and also free added video course. Also, there's video courses tailored to your exact car if you can find those ebooks on our page. It doesn't cost much at all. I wanted to keep it nice and affordable. It's actually the most detailed instructions around. I haven't seen anything else like this on the internet yet. So before you guys try to do it yourself, I do recommend and invite you guys to check out our ebook and video course titled Headlining Secrets. I'll put the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers.